I'm drawn to speak about kindness and access everything I have within related to kindness, what it is, what it's not. And so let's start by saying kindness is in the heart, the soul. Let's leave that there for now. And then let's go into what kindness isn't. So when we look for our minds, for our personalities, we create a separate self. This separate self then compares with others. So our ego compares with other egos. And what comes through in this comparison? Two words. Two words creating a duality. When our ego is above someone else, there's power. When our ego is below someone else, there's weakness. See, the mind creates these dualities. Good and bad, better and worse, power and weakness. And so when we look out to the world through our minds, when we are identified with our separate selves, we're always naturally scanning. And when we're better than someone else, when we're higher up in a company, when people work for us, when we have money, all these la-di-da-di, blah-di-wah-di, nonsense kind of things, where the ego feels better, there's a feeling of power. You've felt power before, you can feel it in your body. It's like a high. And the ego gets life from this separate self, this separate identity. It gets life from this. Now, on the alternative end of the spectrum, the contrast of this is weakness. So whenever we're less than someone, whenever we are working beneath someone, whenever we have less than money or any of this lardy-blardy, can't even be bothered talking about this nonsense because it's just silly Billy. Well, what kind of nonsense is it? You have these power weakness dynamics, and people can spend their whole entire lives in that. Imagine spending your whole entire life in that dynamic, always trying to move and revolve your life around being more powerful and having your ego above someone so you can get that sense of life, that high. The thing is with this desire for power and how much you sense of life and attachment you get from this is also how much you feel weakness. So the powerful aren't ever really powerful because they're fearing losing that power and feeling weakness. So when people talk about this 1%, these 1% powerful people, these are the weakest people in the world, in the entire world, because they need that much in order to feel powerful. They need to raise themselves that much above other people and push other people down in order to feel that. Like, feel sorry for those people. They are the weakest people in the world. They feel it underneath. There's always that fear of weakness, of losing it. And I'm bored talking about it, honestly. I'm bored of talking about the power and weakness dynamic, so I'm just going to move on. And so because the mind's duality splits, it compares. But when we come into the heart, there is no split, there is no compare. So when we look out from our heart, both of these feelings come together and the feeling of kindness is created. So when we look out from kindness from our heart, to another soul, we feel kindness, equalness. There's no better or worse, it's equal. Because there's no mental noise, there's no label, there's no comparison. It's just a feeling of kindness. Now, people often misinterpret kindness as weakness. But that's just people who do kindness not from their souls. They're doing kindness from their minds because they should do, or they feel guilty if they don't. All of this nonsense. But that's not how true kindness is. Kindness is so abundant. You never ever feel weak if you're kind, ever. If you're truly kind, ever. You'll feel like the most powerful person in the world if you're kind, because no one can do anything to you. Someone could spit on your face, kick you when you're down. It would not affect you because you would be immortal. You'd be immovable, impervious. That is the power of kindness. None of that bullshit, power and weakness can touch you. So it's all about switching from the mind to the heart. And that's simply it. That's how you do it. And practically speaking, it literally just means looking out your heart through the feeling vibration of kindness to other hearts. Whereas you've been trained to look out through your mind and your ego to other egos and compare. So just retrain where you look out, what you feel when you look out. And observe. And know you're not going to be perfect at it because it's habits. But know that kindness is your natural state, that it's always there, that you don't have to train to get kindness or necessarily even build it. We're just slowly catching ourselves in the old dynamic and releasing it.